Thank you for joining us on Diaspora Connect, where we spotlight excellence and resilience of Nigerians breaking barriers and making a difference across the world. Here, we explore identity, origin, and diverse journeys of Nigerians in the diaspora. I am Abosedi Adeniwadremi. Let's get the show started with some diaspora news. Nigerian researcher Dr. Ayodeji Amaboye has been listed among the top 2% of scientists in the world for his outstanding contributions to biotechnology. The recognition, published by Stanford University in collaboration with Elsevier, identifies global researchers whose works have made the highest impact across 22 scientific fields and 174 subfields. Dr. Amaboye, who obtained his PhD from the Durban University of Technology, South Africa, where he also served as a lecturer and researcher, is currently a research fellow at the Kaunas University of Technology in Lithuania. Reacting to the recognition, he expressed gratitude to God, saying he was simply doing what he loves in the laboratory, and described the honor as a reflection of Nigeria's growing impact in global research. His citation described the award as a powerful statement on the shifting geography of knowledge production, noting that despite limited resources and systemic challenges faced by African researchers, talent and perseverance continue to break global barriers. Dr. Amaboye earned his first degree from the Federal University of Technology, Minna, here in Nigeria. He obtained a master's degree from FUTA and previously served as a member of staff of NAFDAC in Nigeria. Great news coming in from there. And in other stories, the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerians and Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, Abike Dabirewa, has urged Nigerians both at home and abroad to seize emerging investment opportunities through the Nigeria Diaspora Investment Summit, NDIS, to drive the country's economic development. She made the call at a press conference ahead of the 2025 summit, scheduled for 11th to 13th of November in Nigeria's capital, Abuja, themed fast-tracking regional and national development by mobilizing diaspora investment. Mrs. Dabirewa revealed that the 2024 edition of the summit recorded over 1,500 participants and yielded 56 investment deals valued at about 673 million naira, with the creative industry leading the pack, followed by infrastructure, real estate, agribusiness, and energy.
It is this strong foundation of trust and accountability that explains why, with every edition of NDIS, we continue to attract growing participation from both diaspora and international investors and local businesses. Now let's talk about the last edition of the summit. We held it in November, same time last year, 2024. It showed just how much momentum NDIS has built over the years, as it welcomed more than 1,500 participants, both online and physically, including 236 investors, 1,197 business owners, and 168 government officials.
Well, Diaspora connect you to your roots. Let's check out these fun facts on our Did You Know segment. Well, now to our focus today. Sporting diplomacy, connecting Nigeria and the U.S. through soccer. The role of diaspora sports administrators in talent exchange and youth development. In July 2020, the federal government recategorized sports as a business sector of the Nigerian economy. And it is projected that by 2027, the sports industry would generate annual revenues of between $3 billion and $4 billion, approximately 5% of Nigeria's GDP. Now, football remains the undisputed king of Nigerian sports, capturing the attention of millions of fans. All right, so my guest is soccer administrator in the United States. Mr. Okewo wears many hats. He is the financial secretary, Nigerian Soccer Federation USA. He's a member of the board of directors, Los Angeles Eagles Soccer Club USA, and former United States Army soccer player, Colorado. Beyond that, Adeshile Okewo is the MD CEO, Afro Legacy Nonprofit Organization USA, in partnership with Legacy Football Academy, Lagos, Nigeria. He is a soccer investor and player manager. And this is how he describes his passion for soccer. I don't like soccer. I love it. And the joy it brings is invaluable. Now, what is his philosophy? Life is not worth living except it is lived at the service of humanity. Adeshile Okewo, from Niger to the world with pride. Welcome to Diaspora Connect.
Thank you, Ms. Abosede. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Indeed, it's a pleasure to have you join us. And what an extensive CV you've got there. You know, you are a big player in what the world calls the biggest sporting, and that is football. And I'm curious, what exactly inspired you to venture into this field? And do you by chance have any regrets being a sports administrator?
Thank you very much. I'll start from your first question. What inspired me to venture into this? And the main thing for me is that Nigeria has got the talents, very raw talents that, just think about it. Nigerians alone can play the whole of all the clubs in the world because we've got the population, we've got the youth, and most importantly, we have the talent, skill from birth. And so my inspiration came from being able to expose these talents that we have to the world beyond what the world can see. It's not everything that has been captured in the media. Okay, there are players in Lagos even still playing barefoot, but they are well talented. So I try everything I can to make sure I give those players visibility so the world can actually see them. So that is what actually inspired me. And also when it comes to regret, I have no soccer regrets, never. And I would never have any.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
On a lighter note, actually, when I was in the, I'm still in the army, when I was in the army and I was going to go play a soccer match or tournament. And then my boss in the army said, hey, Oki, they call me Oki because they can't pronounce Okeowo. And they said, hey, if you go for this tournament, you're going to lose your salary for the month. And I'm like, oh, really? That's fine. Can we make an agreement? I go play this tournament. It's just for 3 days and I don't mind losing my salary for the month. That solves it. Of course, I did go play the tournament. I did get my salary. But, that's how much I love soccer. No regrets.
All right, so I'm glad to hear that you finally were able to have your cake and eat it as regards that story. But then you've spoken about the fact that Nigeria has talent, and yes, we have the population as well. Would you say that we as a people, as a country, are actually maximizing the opportunities that the sport presents?
Not at all. Not at all. Nigeria hasn't quite maximized the opportunity when it comes to sport. I know in your introduction, you were talking about football. Okay, so I'm sorry, please pardon me if I go back to, code switching between football and soccer. Okay, it's because of where I'm at and what I'm used to. You were talking about in 2027, sports or maybe football in Nigeria bringing in about 3 million, maybe dollars or naira, I can really say.
Dollars.
But we haven't really, maximized the potential it's got. And I believe if the NFF the government can look into, developing grassroots football, that is when we're talking about, yes, maximizing. Because you notice when the younger kids um, start playing at a very young age, they go to the under 15, under 17, they do well, but it doesn't really transition into, you don't just hear about them anymore because
So,
there is no continuity, there is no sustainability. So we
Mr.
haven't
Kawo,
really maximized that.
yeah, so what do you think is responsible? Because you've just spoken about it. You find them young chaps. I'm sure that if you step out on the streets at the moment, whether it's at Bagada, I mean, different points, all those little stadia around, you would definitely find young people who would even tell their families, no, I would rather go to the pitch, than go to school. What do you think is now responsible for the disconnect between the large number of young people, young talent we have, and them transitioning to professional footballers, as it were?
Number one, thank you very much for that question. Number one is the fact that um, there is no proper developmental plan for these players. And fine, it's quite a little bit expensive, okay, to transition from local to, to being able to be seen on the world stage. Okay, but I believe there is still so much the government can do to assist. Number one, having as many soccer fields as possible. There are some, I mean, there are a few empty spaces that could be converted. Or maybe the government can even, buy those properties, buy those spaces and convert it into soccer pitches. I used to have, I partner with a club in Lagos, it's an academy, and we used to play somewhere in Ikeja. After a few years, the field kept getting reduced from a full field to an half field, up to the point that we could only play like a 5v5. So I had to move the whole team away from Lagos to Ijebu, where I could get more land. So there is not enough fields for these players to grow and develop themselves. And besides that, the government needs to invest more into it because the ROI is always going to come back eventually. You're talking about, we've been talking for so many years now, and we've not seen another Okocha. And we're not even sure if we're going to have another Okocha in this lifetime. But there could even be better Okocha who have not even been discovered. Why? Because there is no opportunity for them.
So it's now about discovery and about what government can do. So I'm curious, what, you are an administrator yourself. So I know you've spoken, somewhat about it, but tell us more. What have you as an individual been able to do? And what would you advise other Nigerians in the diaspora with similar passion to do towards helping us harness this large field of potential that we have, especially regarding football?
Thank you very much for that question. And so what I still do, is I contact clubs in Nigeria when I see a player that plays well, especially if they're playing pro. Okay. Because I'm able to see them, watch them online. I contact clubs and sometimes I reach out to them and say, okay, let's have a partnership together. I can, bring this player under my management. Sometimes the clubs in Nigeria would, tell me, oh, you have to pay some money. Most of the time I do, just to get the player and eventually loan the player back to the club. And the agreement is when I do find a deal for this player to leave the country, there wouldn't be any shenanigans or any issue because I already bought the player's rights. So what I do, okay, even though I manage players, I try to connect them with different clubs. Every year, I partner with some universities in the US Every year, I try at least to get one soccer player in Nigeria a scholarship. Although most for a few years now, it's usually been female players that I've been able to get them to play in the US, to go to school, study on a full scholarship of about $75,000 every year that the school gives them. So they use one stone to kill two birds. They are doing what they love doing. They are developing themselves professionally, and they are also getting an academic. They're also getting a good education, which can help them to make a good living for themselves. And I do tell them, I don't charge. When I spot a new player, a good player now, I do not charge anyone. I invest my money on them, and the only condition I tell them is this: once you make it up there, once you start making some money, please pay it forward. That's why I'm not charging you. I'm going to spend all the money just so you can help others. So I have a lot of players in the US, in schools, in Russia, in a few other places, and none of them I pays me back. But I tell them, no, I'm okay. I'm not rich, but I'm a little bit okay. But just make sure you have someone you are also helping.
I think that's actually incredible, and that's just that Niger spirit that doesn't forget its own. You never can tell. I might just enroll in some academy, and I tell them I want additionally, okay, well, to get me on, at least I could fit into some under 40 club or whatever category that would be. But let's talk about we're looking at how diplomacy can help us, how we can improve relationship, how Nigeria can gain from the US and vice versa. So talk to us about how we can, how you think we can deepen ties with the United States in the field of soccer, in the field of football, because obviously we have a lot in common already.
Well, thank you very much for that. So as you read on my profile, I am the Financial Secretary of the Nigeria Soccer Federation in the USA, actually. And then every year we do host the Nigerian Soccer Tournament in celebration of the Nigerian independence. Usually it's every October. So we use that to, celebrate our love for the beautiful game. And also, to say Nigerians in the US are doing very well. Nigerians are the most educated, how would I say, race in the US. That's no longer in news anyway. But beyond education, we also know how to enjoy ourselves in terms of sports. So we share. This is where we espouse our culture, our sports heritage. And so we just finished the 2025 edition in McKinney, Texas.
Yeah.
Very close to Dallas. And so based on what you just said right now, we'll probably be looking at maybe next year, maybe we can, I'll talk to the other executives, maybe we can invite maybe some teams to come from Nigeria to be part of the tournament. This year we had 38 teams in total. And next year we are already having teams that said they want to come from outside the country, like from the grapevine, like teams from Germany want to come and be part of this because they saw this year's tournament are like, oh wow, we need to be part of this.
Mr. Kewo, it's an incredible deal, an incredible project, and everyone wants to associate with success. So it's really amazing what you're doing, and I, for one, am happy about it, the fact that the Nigerian is making us proud and, bringing other Nigerians along. You spoke earlier about talent, how you go about it. But, it is not unusual to hear about people getting scammed, fake agents, racketeering. What is the legal process? What is the actual procedure of, getting these kinds of support? What will be your counsel to young talent who are seeking these opportunities so they don't get scammed, but get on the right path?
A club would not sell invitation letter to you. Clubs need you. In Europe, in the US, everywhere, they need players. And once you are a good player, they want you to come. So they would not sell you an invitation letter. Sometimes they will even be the ones to even pay for your flight ticket, accommodate you. But sometimes because the club does not really know you, they tell me, bring your players. If you trust them enough, you fly them down there because they don't have any profile, they don't have a transfer market. Bring your players, and I would fly my players down there because I know my players, they are very good, they're going to sign. I take care of everything, and in the long run, once they see the player, they like the player, they sign the player, then they pay for all the expenses.
All right.
So that is what I would tell people. Don't pay any agent for any deal.
So the moment you begin to hear you have to pay this, and this, run in Niger parlance. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Adeshile Okeowo, a son of the soil. He's blazing the trail as a soccer administrator in the United States. I most sincerely appreciate you for talking to us on Diaspora Connect. We look forward to having the ideas you have shared here, translating to real transformation in our football industry back home. Thanks a lot, Mr. Okeowo.
It's a pleasure, Abosede. Thanks for having me.
It is time now for Cultural Connect. Let's check out the festival we're spotlighting on the show today.
From Lagos to London, the Eyo Masquerade is once again taking its place on the global stage. At this year's Notting Hill Carnival, Niger Float returned for the second consecutive year with its iconic Eyo parade instantly recognizable by its flowing white robes and towering colorful hat known as Aga. Each color represents a different Iga or family weaving a tapestry of Lagos identity into the procession. Historically, the Eyo Masquerade was performed to honor dead leaders in Lagos State and during festivals. Now it has become a bridge for Nigerians in the diaspora to connect themselves back to their home. Behind the float are co-founders Nike Adidoyin Ajayi, a retired permanent secretary from the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism and Culture, and Ade Adenuga, a UK-based technology consultant and cultural advocate. They say the initiative underscores how Nigerian traditions are not only gaining ground in international spaces, but also influencing the wider Black diaspora across the United Kingdom.
The diversity that has happened with the carnival is a lot, and Nigeria is missing. And we know what the rave is now, Niger to the world. And we thought, yes, it will be a good thing to, be a part of the carnival and showcase our own culture. And we started with Lagos State because Lagos State is the symbol of Lagos State, and that's why we chose Lagos State.
Notting Hill Carnival was founded in 1966 as a celebration of Caribbean heritage and has since grown into Europe's largest street festival, attracting more than 2 million people every year. In recent years, Nigeria's growing presence in the United Kingdom has mirrored its impact in the festival. For organizers, bringing Eyo to London is not just about spectacle, it's also about building anticipation for Lagos' annual Dirty December, a month-long season of concert and festivals. In 2024 alone, Lagos State recorded over $71 million in tourism revenue from Dirty December, with hotel bookings, concert and nightlife during the boom. But the return of the diasporans is not without its challenges. Lagos State, already known for its unending traffic, becomes more congested and accidents on the roads are more frequent. For Nigerians in the UK, it's a reminder of home. For the rest of the world, it's an invitation to experience the festive spirit of Lagos.
Well, such a colorful display of art, artistry, and what Niger is known for. That's our show today. We thank you very much for being a part of it. Remember that with about 20 million Nigerians in the diaspora, we actually hold the torch to shine the light, influence our immediate community, and impact our fatherland positively. Be that torch, be that difference, make the impact. I am Abosadi Adenirademi. I'll see you again.